Shalom Temple Israel. This Shabbat, we read Parshat Chaye Sarah, a Torah portion that opens with the death of Sarah, the first matriarch. And right away, as soon as Sarah passes away, her husband Abraham starts to make preparations for her burial, for her funeral. And he purchases a plot of land in Hebron that is known as Me'arat HaMachpelah, or the Cave of Machpelah, where he will bury his beloved wife and where he will be buried by his children after he dies. Later generations, Isaac and Rebekah and Jacob and Leah, will also be buried in Me'arat HaMachpelah. And this is the first story in the Torah and in Jewish tradition of someone preparing a burial site, choosing a grave for someone that they loved. It's a part of Jewish law and Jewish practice that we often don't think about until the moment comes when we are ready to bury a loved one. And yet there are people in the Jewish community who devote their time and their efforts to helping families who are grieving, families who have just lost a mother or a father or another relative. This can include members of the Chevra Kadisha, of the burial society that cleans a person's body and dresses them, prepares them for the funeral, or Shomrim, the guards who keep the casket company while waiting for the funeral. Other people volunteer at the cemetery to help during funerals, or to drive the hearse, or to keep the mourners company as they prepare for the funeral. All of the people who do these things have committed to the act that we call chesed shel emet, an act of true kindness, caring for someone who has passed away, even though you expect no reward from it because the person is gone and they can't reward you, they can't even thank you for it. All of the mitzvot that surround death are considered extremely important, and yet they are mitzvot that few people are willing to take on and come with no credit. They're mitzvot that are supposed to be done quietly, privately, not asking for thank you. But it's good to always appreciate the people who help us at our darkest moments, at our hardest moments, who make it possible for us to say goodbye to our loved ones and to give them proper Jewish send-offs. So this week we read Parshat Chaye Sarah, and we learn about the first Jewish man preparing a gravesite for his wife, and we learn from that so many of the precedents that we continue to follow until today. Hope to see you on Shabbat. Have a Shabbat Shalom.